Let's watch the Halation Holos collection from Clionadh. I splurged and bought the whole 8-piece collection because I'm a sucker for holo and I wanted to see how they compare to some of my Holo Tacos. First up is Flamin' Hot Holo, described as a cherry red linear holographic with red to orange shimmer. I'm comparing this to Holo Taco's Coral Chaser on the left and ILNP's Kiss and Tell on the right. The Clionadh is slightly more saturated than the Holo Taco, especially in indirect light, due to that added shimmer. The Holo Taco also pulls more peach, while the Clionadh is more pink. The ILNP is a close color match to the Clionadh, but is a slightly cooler pink. Either way, I don't know if I would call this a red. There's the end result. The linear holo effect is the most intense in the Holo Taco. The added shimmer in the other polishes likely dulls the holo effect a bit, but you can definitely still see the holo rainbows. The shimmer really glows in indirect lighting, while the Holo Taco looks slightly dull out of the sun. Next up is Holoritos, described as an orange linear holographic with hot orange shimmer. This one reminded me of Holo Taco's orange drink, a discontinued polish from their original holo rainbow. I didn't get a backup of that, so I was excited to see something similar from Clionadh. I'm swatching Orange Drink on the right and Holo Taco's Peach Tea from the Pastel Rainbow collection on the left. I would say the Clionadh is about halfway between the two Holo Tacos color-wise. While Orange Drink is a true orange, Holoritos leans a bit pink, almost like a bright salmon color. And there's the end result. Peach Tea looks the most holo to me, but you can definitely see rainbows in all three. I agree with the shimmer description in Holoritos as a hot orange. It looks almost neon from some angles, especially in indirect lighting. It shows up a lot more in person than I caught on camera. Next up is Holondaise, which is described as a chartreuse linear holographic with gold lime shimmer. This one reminds me of Full Charge, another discontinued Holo Taco. I'm swatching Full Charge on the left and ILNP's Sundance on the right. The Holo Taco is a brighter green color, and the ILNP is a bit more on the yellow side. The shimmer in the Clionadh looks more green than gold to me, and pulls the color towards a minty green. They're all pretty close, but definitely not dupes. There's the end result. The Holo Taco looks the most holo of the three again. Seeing how minty the Clionadh looks in comparison to the other two, I almost wish I'd compared it to a more minty linear holo, but I saved those for the next color in the rainbow. The shimmer really glows in indirect light. Next up is Holopeño, described as a green linear holographic with bright green aqua shimmer. The base looks more aqua than green to me, but I think it fits well between Holondaise and the true blue in the collection. I'm comparing it to Holo Taco's Mint Mojito from the Pastel Rainbow collection on the left, and Happily Ever Aqua from the Birthstone collection on the right. Mint Mojito is a true linear holo, but Happily Ever Aqua has an aqua shimmer, similar to Holopeño. There's the end result. The Clionadh is definitely a bit more green than the Holo Tacos. The holo effect is most intense in Mint Mojito, probably due to the added shimmer in the other polishes. The shimmer in Holopeño looks a lot more green compared to the Aqua and Happily Ever Aqua, especially in indirect lighting. Next up is Holberry Pie, described as a soft blue linear holographic with cobalt indigo shimmer. From some angles, the shimmer looks almost pink to me. I'm comparing this to Holo Taco's Sparkling Water on the left, a linear holo from the Pastel Rainbow collection, and Happily Ever Aqua from the Birthstone collection in the middle. On the right, I'm swatching Cowboy Tears from the last year's Holo Royalty collection, which is actually a crushed holo, but it is the closest color match I have in my collection to Holberry Pie, between the turquoise base and the pink-purple shimmer. There's the end result. As expected, the closest color match is Cowboy Tears, but Happily Ever Aqua is also pretty close. The holo effect is most intense in Sparkling Water, which is unfortunately discontinued. Last up for the rainbow portion of the collection is PB&Holo, described as a violet linear holographic with violet pink shimmer. This one is my favorite so far. I've already worn it 3 times. I'm comparing it to Holo Taco's Pink Fizz on the right, another discontinued linear holo. The base color is very close between the two polishes, but the Clionadh has the added shimmer. As with the other colors so far, the linear holo effect is more pronounced in the Holo Taco. The shimmer in the Clionadh looks more pink than violet to me, and it shifts to gold at extreme angles. Up next is the black of the collection, Chocoholo Chips, described as a rich black linear holographic. I was a bit confused by the name of this one, since to me chocolate chips are more brown than black. I compared this to Holo Taco's Electrostatic on the right, and you can see that Electrostatic is more of a true black. The Clionadh looks almost gray in comparison. The Holo Taco is also more opaque. I did 2 layers compared to 3 of the Clionadh. In the sun, the holo is a lot more intense in the Clionadh than the Holo Taco. I suspect all that holo is what lightens up the black base compared to Electrostatic. Just look at that rainbow. In indirect lighting, the Clionadh is a gorgeous dark charcoal color compared to the black in the Holo Taco. Last but certainly not least, H2Holo is described as a silver linear holographic, and she sure is holo. I'm comparing it to 2 other silver linear holos, Holo Taco's Circuit Breaker on the left and Mooncat's Moonflower on the right. The Mooncat looks like a lighter shade of silver and is a bit more sheer than the other 2. From my initial swatching, the Holo Taco and the Clionadh look really similar to each other. There's the end result. They're all very holographic in the sun. In the swatches, the Clionadh makes the tightest holo rainbow, while Mooncat's is a bit softer. Holo Taco is somewhere between the Clionadh and the Mooncat. In the bottle, you can really see the high quality of the holo pigment in the Clionadh. Just look at those rainbows. The Mooncat looks mostly silver in comparison. In indirect lighting, you can still sort of see the holo effect. So those are my swatches and comparisons. I hope you found them helpful. I don't always love a shimmer in a linear holo, but these ones are so glowy in indirect lighting that might have changed my opinion. I do think the shimmer dulls the holo a bit, since the black and silver with no added shimmer were a lot more holo compared to the 6-piece rainbow. I don't think any of them are exact dupes to anything in my collection. Even if they were, I'm happy to be supporting a Canadian brand. This is my first time splurging on a whole collection from Clionadh. Which one was your favorite? Hope you like it.